Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve success effortlessly while others struggle despite their best efforts? The answer often lies not in intelligence or talent, but in mindset, a growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and effort is the key to unlocking potential and reaching new heights. One of the most defining traits of a person with a growth mindset is their ability to embrace challenges rather than shy away from them. Challenges, by their very nature, push us out of our comfort zones, demanding that we think differently, work harder, and improve beyond our previous limitations. However, many people view challenges as obstacles, barriers that block their path to success. A growth mindset shifts this perspective entirely, transforming these so-called barriers into stepping stones toward greater achievement. When we face a challenge, our initial reaction is crucial. A fixed mindset sees difficulty as a sign of inadequacy, making a person believe they are not talented, skilled, or intelligent enough to succeed. This kind of thinking leads to avoidance, procrastination, and ultimately stagnation. On the other hand, a growth-oriented individual sees challenges as opportunities to test their abilities, refine their skills, and uncover new strengths. They welcome the struggle because they understand that growth is impossible without effort. Throughout history, the most successful individuals have been those who actively sought out challenges rather than avoided them. Think about inventors, scientists, athletes, and entrepreneurs. Their success stories are filled with moments of hardship, obstacles, and failures. Thomas Edison, for instance, failed thousands of times before finally perfecting the light bulb. Had he viewed challenges as roadblocks, he would have given up early on. Instead, he saw each failure as a lesson, an essential step toward eventual success. The power of embracing challenges lies not only in personal development but also in how it shapes our resilience. The more we confront and overcome difficulties, the stronger we become, both mentally and emotionally. Every time we tackle a new challenge, we build confidence in our ability to handle the unknown. This confidence in turn fuels our motivation to take on even greater challenges in the future. A person with a growth mindset actively seeks out difficult tasks rather than avoiding them. They take on complex projects at work, volunteer for leadership roles, and push themselves to learn skills they once found intimidating. They do not settle for what is comfortable because they understand that comfort leads to complacency, while challenges lead to progress. Furthermore, embracing challenges also shifts our relationship with failure. When we reframe challenges as opportunities, we stop fearing failure and start seeing it as part of the journey. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" we begin asking, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective is what separates those who achieve extraordinary success from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. Ultimately, the key to growth is welcoming challenges with an open mind and a determined spirit. It is about seeing difficulty not as something to fear, but as an invitation to improve, adapt, and evolve. Those who dare to step outside their comfort zones and face difficulties head-on are the ones who unlock their true potential and achieve lasting success. One of the most powerful tools for growth is feedback. Yet for many, it is also one of the hardest things to accept. When someone offers criticism, our natural reaction is often to become defensive, feel discouraged, or dismiss the feedback altogether. However, a person with a growth mindset understands that criticism, when constructive, is not an attack but an opportunity to improve. It is a mirror that reflects our blind spots, areas where we can grow and skills we need to refine. Criticism comes in many forms. Sometimes it is direct and constructive, aimed at helping us improve. Other times it may feel harsh or unwarranted. The key to developing a growth mindset is learning how to differentiate between useful feedback and negativity, and more importantly, knowing how to use feedback to fuel self-improvement rather than allowing it to damage our confidence. Consider the most successful individuals in any field: athletes, business leaders, artists, and innovators. They all share one common trait: they seek and embrace feedback. Top athletes rely on their coaches to point out flaws in their techniques. Successful entrepreneurs constantly gather customer feedback to improve their products. Great writers depend on editors to refine their work. These individuals do not see feedback as a personal attack. They see it as an essential part of their journey toward excellence. The way we respond to criticism determines how much we grow. A fixed mindset takes feedback personally, feeling insulted or embarrassed. A growth mindset, however, listens carefully, analyzes the feedback objectively, and takes actionable steps to improve. Instead of thinking, "this means I'm not good enough," someone with a growth mindset thinks, "this is valuable information that will make me better." However, learning from criticism does not mean blindly accepting every opinion. It requires discernment, knowing which feedback is genuinely helpful and which is not. Constructive criticism comes from people who want to see you grow. It is specific, actionable, and aimed at improvement. Destructive criticism, on the other hand, is often vague, overly negative, or meant to tear you down rather than build you up. A growth mindset allows you to take the useful parts of criticism and discard the rest. One of the best ways to change your relationship with criticism is to actively seek it out. Instead of waiting for feedback to come your way, ask for it. Reach out to mentors, teachers, supervisors, or peers and ask them what you can do better. This proactive approach not only helps you improve, but also demonstrates humility and a commitment to personal growth. When we become open to feedback, we unlock a new level of self-awareness. We start to see our strengths and weaknesses more clearly. We understand that we are not in competition with others, but rather we are in a continuous process of self-betterment. The people who grow the most are not necessarily the most talented, but the ones who are willing to learn, adapt, and evolve based on the feedback they receive. At its core, learning from criticism is about shifting our mindset from fear of judgment to a hunger for improvement. It is about valuing truth over ego, seeing feedback as a gift rather than a burden, and using every piece of advice, no matter how difficult to hear, as a stepping stone toward mastery. Failure. This one word carries so much weight. It is something most people fear, something many try to avoid at all costs. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It is an essential part of it. Every great achievement in human history has been built on the foundation of failure. Those who understand this truth develop resilience, the ability to rise again, stronger and wiser after every setback. A person with a fixed mindset sees failure as a confirmation of their limitations. They think, "I wasn't good enough, I should have never tried." This kind of thinking leads to hesitation, self-doubt, and ultimately stagnation. On the other hand, a person with a growth mindset views failure as a temporary obstacle, a challenge that must be overcome. They ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I improve?" Instead of giving up, they adjust their approach, refine their skills, and try again with renewed determination. History is filled with examples of individuals who turned failure into greatness. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time, failed thousands of times before finally creating the light bulb. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously responded, "I have not failed, I have just found 1,0,0,0,0 ways that won't work." His resilience was the key to his success. Similarly, Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players in history, was once cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he used that moment as motivation to train harder and prove his worth. Resilience in the face of failure is what separates those who achieve great things from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. But how does one develop resilience? It begins with changing the way we interpret failure. Instead of seeing it as a reflection of our worth or ability, we must see it as valuable feedback. Failure does not define us, how we respond to it does. Another crucial aspect of resilience is persistence. Many people give up too soon, not realizing how close they were to success. The journey toward any meaningful goal is never a straight line. It is filled with ups and downs, victories and defeats. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail permanently is the willingness to keep going despite setbacks. Every mistake, every rejection, every disappointment is simply a lesson preparing us for the next step. Resilient individuals also understand the importance of emotional strength. It is natural to feel frustrated, disappointed, or even embarrassed after failure, but instead of allowing these emotions to consume them, they use them as fuel. They acknowledge their pain but refuse to let it control their actions. They choose to rise, to try again, to push forward. Another key to resilience is self-belief. Those who succeed after failure are the ones who believe deep down that they are capable of improvement. They do not see their abilities as fixed, but as something they can develop with time, effort, and practice. This unshakable belief in their own potential keeps them moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against them. It is also important to surround yourself with the right influences. Supportive mentors, friends, and communities play a crucial role in developing resilience. Encouragement from the right people can help you see failure in a different light, not as an end, but as a stepping stone towards something greater. When you are surrounded by individuals who push through adversity and refuse to give up, you are more likely to adopt the same mindset. Failure is inevitable. No one achieves anything significant without experiencing setbacks along the way. But those who develop resilience understand that failure is not fatal. It is a lesson, a teacher, a necessary part of growth. The world is constantly evolving. New discoveries, advancements, and ideas emerge every day, shaping the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. In such a rapidly changing environment, those who stop learning quickly fall behind, while those who continuously seek knowledge remain adaptable, innovative, and prepared for whatever challenges life throws their way. Cultivating a passion for lifelong learning is not just about acquiring new information. It is about developing a mindset that thrives on curiosity, self-improvement, and intellectual growth. At its core, lifelong learning is a commitment to personal and professional development. It is the understanding that education does not end after school or university. Rather, it is a continuous journey that extends throughout life. A person with a growth mindset embraces this philosophy, constantly seeking opportunities to expand their knowledge, improve their skills, and refine their understanding of the world. They see learning not as a chore, but as an exciting and essential part of life. One of the biggest obstacles to lifelong learning is the belief that intelligence and abilities are fixed. People with a fixed mindset often think, I'm just not good at this, or I've already learnt enough. I don't need to improve. This kind of thinking limits growth and keeps people stuck in their comfort zones. In contrast, those with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed with effort, practice, and dedication. They understand that learning is a lifelong process, and they actively seek out new knowledge and skills to sharpen their minds and enhance their potential. Curiosity is the fuel of lifelong learning. The most successful individuals, scientists, entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators are driven by an insatiable desire to understand more about the world. They ask questions, explore new ideas, and challenge conventional wisdom. Albert Einstein once said, I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious. His relentless curiosity led to groundbreaking discoveries that changed the course of history. Cultivating a love for learning requires an open mind. It means being willing to step outside your comfort zone, challenge your assumptions, and explore new perspectives. Many people resist learning because they fear failure or discomfort. However, true growth happens when we embrace the unknown, take on new challenges, and allow ourselves to be beginners again. In today's digital age, learning has never been more accessible. With the internet, online courses, books, podcasts, and videos, knowledge is available at our fingertips. The difference between those who grow and those who stagnate is how they utilize these resources. Those who are committed to lifelong learning actively seek out new information, engage with thought-provoking content, and apply what they learn in meaningful ways. Another crucial aspect of lifelong learning is adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and those who refuse to learn new things risk becoming obsolete. This is especially true in the workplace, where industries are being reshaped by technology, automation, and shifting market demands. Employees who continuously develop new skills and stay updated with industry trends are more likely to succeed and remain valuable in their careers. In contrast, those who resist learning often struggle to keep up with changes, limiting their growth and opportunities. Lifelong learning is not just about professional success. It is also about personal enrichment. Learning new skills, exploring different cultures, and engaging with diverse ideas enriches our lives, broadens our perspectives, and makes us more well-rounded individuals. Whether it is picking up a new language, learning how to play a musical instrument, studying history, or mastering a new technology, every piece of knowledge we gain enhances our ability to navigate the world with confidence and wisdom. One of the most effective ways to develop a passion for lifelong learning is to make it a habit. Setting aside time each day to read, listen to educational content, or practice a new skill can make a significant difference in personal growth. Surrounding yourself with people who value learning, mentors, peers, and intellectual communities, can also inspire you to stay curious and continue expanding your knowledge. In essence, cultivating a passion for lifelong learning is about embracing the mindset that growth never stops. It is about remaining curious, open-minded, and willing to improve in all aspects of life. Those who commit to continuous learning not only achieve more, but also experience a richer, more fulfilling life, filled with knowledge, discovery, and endless possibilities. Our mindset is the lens through which we view the world. It shapes how we approach challenges, setbacks, learning, and success. The way we perceive our abilities, whether we believe they are fixed or capable of improvement, determines how much we grow and achieve in life. Shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is one of the most powerful transformations a person can undergo, as it allows them to break free from self-imposed limitations and unlock their full potential. A fixed mindset is the belief that intelligence, talent, and abilities are static, that they are set in stone from birth and cannot be significantly changed. People with a fixed mindset often say things like, "I'm just not good at this. I'll never be able to do that. Some people are just naturally talented and I'm not one of them." This way of thinking leads to self-doubt, avoidance of challenges, and a fear of failure. People with a fixed mindset tend to avoid difficult tasks because they do not want to appear incapable. They see effort as pointless, believing that if they were truly meant to be good at something, it should come easily. As a result, they stay within their comfort zones, limiting their potential and missing out on opportunities for growth. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the belief that intelligence, talent, and skills can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. Those with a growth mindset understand that success is not about being naturally gifted, but about continuously improving and adapting. They say things like, "I may not be good at this yet, but I can get better. Mistakes help me learn. With enough effort and practice, I can master this skill." The difference between these two mindsets is profound. A person with a growth mindset embraces challenges instead of fearing them because they understand that difficulty is not a sign of failure but an opportunity for development. They see effort as a path to mastery rather than a sign of weakness. They welcome feedback and criticism, knowing that constructive advice can help them improve. Most importantly, they do not see failure as a permanent defeat. They view it as a learning experience that brings them one step closer to success. The shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset does not happen overnight. It requires conscious effort and self-awareness. The first step is recognizing fixed mindset thoughts when they arise. Instead of saying, "I'm just not a math person," shift your thinking to, "I may struggle with math now, but I can improve with practice." Instead of thinking, "I always fail at this," replace it with, "Every failure is a lesson that will help me get better." Another crucial step in developing a growth mindset is reframing failure. Many people avoid challenges because they are afraid of failing. However, failure is not a reflection of one's worth. It is simply part of the learning process. Every great achiever in history has experienced failure, but what set them apart was their ability to learn from their mistakes and keep going. When we embrace failure as feedback rather than a dead end, we free ourselves to take risks, experiment, and innovate. Effort is another key factor in shifting to a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that talent alone determines success. But those with a growth mindset understand that effort is the real driver of achievement. Hard work, discipline, and perseverance outweigh natural ability in the long run. This is why some of the most successful individuals in the world are not necessarily the most gifted, but rather the most determined. Surrounding yourself with the right influences can also support the transition to a growth mindset. Being in an environment where people value learning, improvement, and resilience can reinforce positive thinking. Seek out mentors, role models, and communities that encourage growth, as their mindset will inspire you to adopt the same perspective. Ultimately, shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is about realizing that our potential is not predetermined. Our intelligence, skills, and abilities are not set in stone. They can be expanded and refined through dedication and continuous learning. Those who embrace this mindset unlock limitless possibilities, constantly striving to become the best versions of themselves. The environment we immerse ourselves in has a profound impact on our mindset, our beliefs, and ultimately our success. The people we interact with, the ideas we absorb, and the culture we engage in shape our perspectives and influence our ability to grow. If we surround ourselves with negativity, limitation, and stagnation, we may unconsciously adopt those traits. However, when we intentionally choose to be around individuals, communities, and resources that foster a growth-oriented mindset, we set ourselves up for continuous development and achievement. One of the most critical aspects of fostering a growth mindset is the power of association. There is a famous saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This means that our mindset, habits, and ambitions are often a reflection of those around us. If we are constantly in the company of people who resist change, avoid challenges, and believe success is limited to a lucky few, we may find ourselves adopting the same mentality. Conversely, when we interact with individuals who embrace learning, perseverance, and self-improvement, we absorb their energy and outlook, pushing ourselves to grow in similar ways. Growth-oriented influences can take many forms: mentors and role models. Learning from those who have already achieved success can be one of the most effective ways to develop a growth mindset. Mentors provide guidance, encouragement, and valuable insights from their own experiences. They help us see beyond our limitations and show us what is possible when we commit to continuous learning and effort. Role models, whether historical figures, industry leaders, or even influential thinkers, can also inspire us to push beyond our perceived boundaries. Friends and peers. Our social circle plays a significant role in shaping our beliefs. If we are surrounded by friends who are ambitious, goal-oriented, and eager to improve themselves, we are more likely to adopt those qualities. On the other hand, if our circle consists of individuals who complain, make excuses, and avoid growth, we may find ourselves held back by similar patterns. Seeking out relationships that challenge us to think bigger, work harder, and stay committed to self-improvement can be life-changing. Educational and professional communities, being part of an environment that values continuous learning, whether in academia, professional networks, or industry groups, can reinforce a growth-oriented perspective. When we engage in discussions, attend workshops, or collaborate with like-minded individuals, we expand our knowledge, challenge our assumptions, and stay motivated to develop our skills. Books, podcasts, and thought leaders. Not all influences come from direct interactions. The content we consume, books, podcasts, articles, and videos, shapes the way we think. Choosing to read books on personal development, listen to motivational speakers, and follow experts in fields we are passionate about can provide us with fresh perspectives and insights that propel us forward. Another critical factor in surrounding ourselves with growth-oriented influences is the importance of eliminating toxic influences. Negativity, criticism, and doubt from others can be highly damaging to our mindset. People who constantly discourage us, undermine our ambitions, or mock the idea of self-improvement can plant seeds of self-doubt that hinder our progress. Recognizing and distancing ourselves from such influences is crucial to maintaining a positive and resilient outlook. Growth-oriented influences also extend beyond people and content. They include the physical and mental environments we create for ourselves. A cluttered, uninspiring workspace can limit creativity and motivation, while a well-organized, stimulating environment can enhance focus and productivity. Similarly, developing habits like meditation, reflection, and goal setting can create an internal environment that fosters continuous improvement. Furthermore, being around individuals who hold us accountable for our goals and progress can accelerate our growth. When we share our aspirations with like-minded individuals who encourage and challenge us, we are more likely to stay committed and push through obstacles. Having someone to remind us of our potential and motivate us when we feel discouraged can make a significant difference in our journey towards self-improvement. Surrounding ourselves with growth-oriented influences is not about seeking perfection, it is about creating an environment that nurtures development, inspiration, and resilience. It is about being intentional in choosing relationships, content, and spaces that encourage us to become better versions of ourselves. The right influences can transform our mindset, elevate our ambitions, and help us unlock the limitless potential within us. Developing a growth mindset is not just about achieving success. It is about embracing life as a continuous journey of learning, self-improvement, and resilience. It is about understanding that challenges are not roadblocks but stepping stones, that failures are not defeats but lessons. When we commit to lifelong learning, shift our perspective on challenges, and surround ourselves with growth-oriented influences, we unlock an extraordinary potential within us. We begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. We welcome feedback as a tool for improvement rather than as criticism. We push beyond our comfort zones, knowing that real progress happens when we dare to step into the unknown. The beauty of a growth mindset is that it allows us to evolve beyond our current limitations. It empowers us to dream bigger, achieve more, and live with purpose and passion. And most importantly, it reminds us that our journey of growth never truly ends. There is always more to learn, more to experience, and more to become. So, let us choose to cultivate this mindset. Let us embrace challenges with enthusiasm and commit to a lifetime of progress, because the greatest transformation begins not in our circumstances but in our minds. And once we shift our mindset, there is no limit to how far we can go.